I'm going to read Marie Valtorta's vision, given to her on the 27th of April 1947. Chapter 636 of the poem of the Man God, titled The Descent of the Holy Spirit, End of the Messianic Cycle. And Jesus does explain that this event is the end of the Messianic cycle, and I'll read that in due course. So to begin, no voices or noises can be heard in the house of the supper room. None of the disciples are present. At least I cannot hear anything that can authorize me to say that people are gathered in the other rooms of the house. There is only the presence and the voices of the 12 and of the Most Holy Virgin gathered in the hall of the supper. The room looks wider because the furniture is placed differentially and leaves all the centre of the room and also two of the walls free. The large table used for the supper has been pushed against the third wall, and between them and the wall, and also at the two narrower sides of the table, they have placed the couch seats used for the supper, and also the stool that Jesus used for the washing of feet. But the couch beds are not vertical to the table, as they were for the supper, but parallel to it, so that the apostles can sit down without occupying all of them. And they've left one, the only one placed vertically to the table, all for the Blessed Virgin, who is at the centre of the table, in the place that Jesus occupied at the supper. There are no tablecloths or tableware on the table. There's nothing on the sideboards, and the ornaments have been taken off the walls. Only the chandelier in the centre is lit, but only one flame is lit. The other small flames on the circle forming a corolla to the strange chandelier are out. The windows are closed and barred with heavy metal bars placed across them, but a sunbeam penetrates boldly through a tiny hole, and like a long thin needle it descends on the floor, forming a round spot of sunshine. The Blessed Virgin, sitting all alone on her seat, has Peter and John at her sides on their seats, Peter on her right, John on her left. Matthias, the new apostle, is between James of Alphaeus and Thaddeus. In front of her, Our Lady has a large, low chest of dark wood, which is closed. Mary is dressed in deep blue. Her hair is covered with a white veil, over which is placed the edge of her mantle. All the others are bareheaded. Mary is reading slowly in a loud voice, but as the light that arrives there is very faint, I think that rather than read, she's repeating by heart the words written on the scroll that she's holding spread out. The others follow her in silence, meditating. Now and again they reply when it is appropriate. Mary's face is transfigured by an ecstatic smile. I wonder what she sees that is capable of inflaming her eyes like two clear stars, and make her ivory cheeks blush as if a rosy flame reflected on her. She is really the mystic rose. The apostles bend forward, sitting a little sideways to see her face, while she smiles so gently and reads, and her voice sounds like the song of an angel. And Peter is so deeply moved that two large tears fall from his eyes and stream down along wrinkles on both sides of his nose to get lost in the thicket of his grey beard. But John reflects the virginal smile and is inflamed like her with love, while he follows with his eyes what the Virgin is reading on the scroll, and when he hands her a new scroll, he looks and smiles at her. The reading is over. Mary's voice stops. The rustling of the parchments rolled and unrolled comes to an end, Mary concentrates in secret prayer, joining her hands on her breast and leaning her head on the chest. The apostles imitate her.